welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to it. It is officially May, which means it's time to do my TBR and see what books I have planned for May. So let's get straight into the video. So before I dive straight into the video of what books I am reading, you can probably tell by the title and this thumbnail that there is nothing mentioned about my TBR game. There are two reasons for that. One, I have a lot of tour books that I need to read for this month, and they obviously take priority, and I mean there are a load, so there's no way I'm going to be able to fit my game around it. And two, my Go Fish TBR game is going to have a little revamp. So if you have watched my games and all that, I will link it down below, the actual one where I explain all about it. But basically my Go Fish TBR game is by the number of the card and also the sea creatures. So the number on the card is what I pull out of my TBR jar, and the sea creature, whatever sea creature it is, there's a prompt for it, and then I have to fit a book to that prompt. I absolutely love my game, and I'm keeping the same Go Fish TBR game, but I am changing it purely because I am a mood reader and I am struggling with reading books that my TBR jar's given me, and some of them I've not been in the mood to read, so it puts a spanner in the works. As well as that, I do lots of book tours, and yes, I sort of choose the ones that sound good to me, but they aren't like a mood read, and I like doing book tours purely to get me out of my usual comfort zone with books and genres, and just like, you know, reading some self-published authors or indie books, that kind of thing. But obviously sometimes I get a bit too trigger happy and say yes, like I did for this month. And having my TBR game as well, where I'm not actually picking myself any books that I actually am in a mood to read, it stresses me out, and I then do get in a bit of a slump because I'm not reading anything that I chose to read. So I've decided to change my game and just do it as a prompt only game. So I will just be more concentrating on the sea creatures, because each sea creature will have like a prompt. I will have a new video up of the new improved game, but basically my game now will be a prompt only one, so then I can actually still mood read, but it's a game. So I will obviously have to pick a book that goes along with the excuse me, with the prompt, but I am choosing the book this time rather than it being chosen for me. But yeah, I was hoping to do this game and do it for June, so we're just missing a month. But June I'm actually participating in something that is prompt related, and I also have a few book tours already penciled into my calendar for that month. And I know if I do a thing that's to do with prompts and do my prompt game, I am going to be confused and hectic, and yeah, so I'm going to start my new game now in July. It just gives me time to sort everything out and think of a lot more prompts. But anyway, into the video. So I have got 26 books to read for this month. I had around about 20 something for last month, and I did manage to read what I needed to read. So yeah, we're going to dive in. I'm going to do the book club books first and then do all the tour books afterwards, because some of the tour books are on Kindle, so it's easy just to do that in the end. So first book is my book club book pick. If you didn't know, I have my own book club. It starts this month for May. It's Escape with Books. I'll put the announcement video down so you can hear all about it. If you're interested, I'll also put the Discord group that you can join in. But we are reading from May, Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi. I have started already reading this. I'm on page 47, chapter 4, and I'm hooked. I'm already loving it, and I know a couple of my book club members are started reading it and they're enjoying it too. So yeah, I think this is going to be a very easy, quick and probably hopefully everyone will enjoy this book. But yeah, we're reading this for my book club. I'm really excited. It's been a book on my radar that I've wanted to read for so long. I've owned it for, well, I've owned the Kindle. This I actually bought because I wanted to more underline things I'm doing. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited for this, and so far it's really good. Next up, to tie in with my book club, I also again, it's in my video that I'll link down for my announcement video, but I am doing a mass-along read-along. It started with a couple of book club members, but now a few other Bookstagrammers want to join, so we've sort of done a separate like Bookstagram DM chat. But we are starting with the Throne of Glass series. I know there's a novella before this. I've already read it. I have said to the people joining, if they haven't read it, they can read it and then go to this, or they can skip it. Like, I don't think it's overly necessary, but each to their own. But yeah, we're reading Throne of Glass. I love Sarah J Maas. I know Throne of Glass is her first books, and a lot of people said like the first 3 books of the Throne of Glass series are a bit slow, but then from like 4 onwards it does pick up. But I've already started reading it. As you can see, I've already started tabbing. I'm on page 66, chapter 10, and I'm loving it. Like, it's very hard for me to put this down, but I do have book tours that I need to read, so I'm sort of like need to pace myself because I do have priorities first. But I'm thoroughly enjoying this, and I got a feeling this is going to be my new favourite series. Then for a Bookstagrammer friend of mine, Tilly, she does a book club called Chronicle Illnesses Book Club. You don't have to have a chronic illness, but a lot of like the members in there do have some sort of chronic illness. I do. A lot of people on there have got like fibromyalgia or endo or other things. I think I'm the only one on there who's got Crohn's disease. If you don't know what it is, is about disease, so to speak, basically. But yeah, the book pick for that is Fable. So this is actually the first book club for a while because Tilly's had a major operation and she's had to take some time off from it and from Bookstagram and just concentrate on her health and her mental health. But we're finally back doing the book club. We're reading Fable. I'm really excited for this. I haven't started it yet, but I absolutely love the cover. I love the hair. But yeah, I think this is sort of like, it sounds very much like a mermaid sort of retelling, possibly. Not 100% sure. It's been on my radar for ages. A lot of people have read it and said it's good. Some people said it's not. But yeah, I'm very excited to get to this. Then for Phase and Gaze book club, which I absolutely love. It's a fantasy-based book club with queer representation. For May, we are reading The Never Tilting World by Rin Chupeco, who's the author of Bone Witch. I didn't know much about this author until I got this book for book club, and I realised that I actually had Bone Witch and a lot of her other books on my wish list of not realising. But I've had a little quick snippet read of this, and I honestly think I'm gonna love this book just by the way the writing is already. I think she's going to be an author I'm gonna really enjoy. But yeah, this is about a world that's split between day and night, and it's about 2 twin goddesses. One's in one sister's in one world, the other sister's in the other world, and I think they go together to try and fight for something and heal things. I'm not 100% sure what it's about, but it's goddesses. It's about two split worlds, and yeah, it sounds cool. And the cover, yeah, I'm excited for this. Next, I participating in a book club, which is Stephen King book club, which is all to do with books by Stephen King. We're doing it all in like published order. I own a few Stephen King books, but I haven't read any. I have been very nervous to read his books for many reasons. Some of his books are absolutely humongous, and I have to be in a mood to read a big chunky book. Some people have said to me that his writing style is hard to get into. If you like it, then you're going to you're going to be fine, but if you don't, then you might struggle. And also some of his books are really creepy. Excuse me. And I'm not very good with creepy horror books because I'm a big baby. But I thought I'll try it out. We're just starting with a really small book. I'll try it out, get a feel of it. If I'm not keen, then I won't continue. But we're reading Carrie. The lovely Ree at Wally Reads lended me her book because I did have this on, I put a request in from a library for this and Salem's Lot, which is the next book, but it's still not available. So she's lent me the book to read. I have started reading it. I'm on page 26. I am enjoying it. It's not creepy. I sort of, it's more to me like a superpower kind of thing. We are kind of doing like, I think 40 to 50 pages every day, but obviously because of my book tours I've not been able to, but it is literally a short book. So I honestly think I'm just gonna have, once I've got like a few books out of the way, I might just binge read this. But yeah, so far it's really good. I'm captivated and I'm very interested, and the writing style's okay. So hopefully, you know, we'll see. Next, I've got The Ruins by Scott Smith, which is another new book club that's just started, which is the Thriller Girls book club. So this is this month's pick. I have actually got this second hand and it's an actual ARC. But I did buy another book, the same book, but actually not an ARC, but it is like really tiny and the writing's too tiny and I can't read it, and this writing is quite small as it is anyway. I have started reading this. I am going to be completely honest, this possibly is going to be a DNF. I am going to read a couple more pages. Where was I? I reached 30 pages. I think I'm going to read up to probably 50, get a feel of it, but if I'm still not vibing with it, then I'm not going to continue, because I don't want to put myself in a book slump. Like I did that last month. I put myself in a slump because I wasn't enjoying the book, but I was trying to enjoy it, and I have so many tour books I need to get through this month. I can't have a slump. So I'm going to give it another 20 pages if I'm still not vibing with it. I think it's because it's I think it's in third person. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to double check, but I think it's in third person. It's one of the persons that I don't like, which I think is third person. I can't remember now. And I'm just not vibing with it, and this is not really, I know it's the start of the book, but not much is happening. And I always find with thrillers, it gets straight into it. There's no pussyfooting around. But this isn't, and I'm just, I'm not vibing with it. So I'm going to give it another 20 pages. If I'm still thinking, nah, I don't like this, I'm not going to put myself through it. Then we're on to tours. Now I am participating in different tours. I've got Random Things tours, I've got Pride Book tours, I've got other ones which I can't remember from the top of my head. I'm just going to go through them. I'm not going to say what tours they are. I'm not even going to tell you what they're about, because to be honest I can't remember. I'm just going to fling through them because there's a lot. The first 3 books I'm going to show you is a trilogy. So it's the Wayne Fleet trilogy. So the first one is Achilles' Gene, which is by N.E. Miller. The second one is D. Damia's Surprise. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And the third one is a Pyrrhic Victory. Again, not sure if I'm saying that right either. I think this is about like medical research, and I think it's they find that something's been hidden and not known to the public and other things. I think there's a conspiracy about this medical research centre, and so it's sort of a couple of characters are making it known, but obviously there is, doing so can be quite dangerous. I must admit, I can't remember signing up for those books. I signed up for 2 books with the same book tour, which alongside this, but I can't remember clicking on it. But they're here. I'm gonna have to read them now, so yeah. Next we have Beyond the Funeral by Peter Marshall. This is a spy thriller. It's also a British book, which is quite nice, and also it's in an area in Portsmouth which I know about as well. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. It's only little, so I probably will breeze through it, and I do quite like the cover, so I am excited for that one. I'm also excited for this one, Hit and Run by Maria Franklin. It says he was dead before she really knew him, so is basically we're following Fiona, who is a recovering alcoholic. She's trying to keep her life on track. I think she's struggling with being an alcoholic and everything. And her world is blown apart when she finds out that her husband is dead. But there's a whole big inside of what's gone on. It's a domestic noir, which I do quite like. I do quite like the noir thrillers. So yeah, I'm excited for this. And it's not very big, so I probably will come fly through it. We have We Go On Forever by Sarah Govet. Can't remember what this is about, to be honest. It did sound good. It's also humongous writing. And again, it's not a big book. I'm quite glad that some of these books aren't very big, because I can breeze through them, thankfully. And 24-hour readathons and 48-hour readathons are probably going to be happening, so I can get through a lot of books. Next is my most excitable book. I'm really excited for this one. It's You Had It Coming by B.M. Carroll, and it basically says, I don't know what's going on with me today. Would you save the man who destroyed your life? So it follows two characters. So it follows Megan, who is a paramedic, and she's called to a scene where there's an attempted murder. When she gets there, she realises she knows the victim, and this victim is someone from her past with her best friend, which is obviously, he's obviously done something to them. We don't know what. Obviously, probably will do when you get in the book. But she's obviously in the predicament of she doesn't want to save him because of what's happened to her and her best friend. But obviously, with her job, that's what she has to do. Basically, it says here, so it's not a spoiler, but the victim ends up dying, and then the police get involved to work out why. They obviously need to get involved with the paramedic because she's been on scene, and it's obviously in my mind, it's sort of like, did she possibly let him die because of what's gone on? And obviously that also focuses onto her best friend Jess. They were very, very, very close until whatever happened, and it's split them apart, and they haven't been in contact yet. So basically they're in the centre of this investigation, and they've got a lot of secrets. They do no longer trust each other, and it's kind of sort of thing, it's going to come out to light what went on. I'm really excited for this one. I love the cover. I love black and red covers. They scream thrillers to me. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. Next, we've got Screams from the Void, which is by Anne Tibbetts. This is, to me, a sci-fi book. Possibly sci-fi thriller. Not 100% sure. It just says a monster, a murderer, and a space crew in a terrifying game of cat and mouse. So I think it's based in space. There's a thriller going on. Yeah, it sounds good. And again, really little, so breeze through that. Then we have Your Friend Forever by Zena Barry. This is, I think, a YA contemporary book. It's about Maud, who's 12. She lives with her dysfunctional parents and her elder brother. She finds the post office box address for her favourite pop star, Tom Harding, who is a lead singer of a punk band called Horsefly. No one really understands her or tries to, and she thinks Tom just might have some answers to her many, many questions. So it is literally like, there's like little letters, there are telephone conversations, so it's different kind of media text in this. I'm really excited for this. It is a chunky book, but it is YA, and I have a feeling that I'm going to breeze through YAs, because I do. So yeah, promising. Then I have Don't Ask by Paul Carroll. This is about DNA ancestry tests, and basically the character here, Elsa, she does a DNA testing kit because she wants to know about her. I don't think she knows who she is, whether she doesn't have any family or something, I don't know, but it comes with devastating consequences. There's like 2 families get involved, and it just says, thinking of taking an ancestry test, be careful what you wish for. So there's something happens, and last in the books to actually show you is Carrie reaches, I don't know how you pronounce it, The Bone Code. This is a Temperance Brennan novel. It's a book series by the TV adaptation Bones, which I absolutely love. This is book 20. Now I think I have read a couple of her first books from this series from the library, I can't remember, but even though this is the book 20 in the series, it's not like it's carried on from anything. You do get the background of all the characters that I mentioned. But basically, a massive hurricane hits Carolina, and it uncovers 2 bodies sharing uncanny similarities with a cold case that has haunted Temperance Brennan for 15 years. On top of that, there is a flesh-eating disease going around from dogs, and mainly dogs, and if they bite humans, they carry this disease, and yeah, they all die. I actually love this because it mentions COVID. But in this book, COVID is done and dusted, and it's over, like it's all back to normal, and now they've got this new disease going on. So it's actually quite interesting to have this as a COVID's no longer here sort of thing, and hopefully that will happen to us eventually. I apologise. I'm fine. I'm asthmatic. It's just the weather in the UK does not know what it's doing. It's a bit confused. One minute is really sunny and hot, the next minute it is stormy and raining, and the weather has actually completely changed because it's black as the ace of spades outside, even though it was sunny like 10 minutes ago. And I think that's why I'm coughing and feeling a bit because the minute weather changes, my asthma changes. But anyway, I'm not doing a weather report. The next lot of books I going to talk to you about are on Kindle, or I just haven't received them yet. So first is Perfect on Paper. No idea what this is about actually. I can't remember. I feel like it's a YA again. I'm not sure, but I like the cover and I'm excited for it either way. Next we have The Assistant. This is I think noir thriller, and I'm sure it's based in the Netherlands and stuff like that, I think. But yeah, I'm excited for this, and it's on my Kindle, and I honestly think I'm gonna breeze through it because I've had a little look at the first chapter and it's very quick. So yeah, high hopes for this. Next is The Legacy of Old Grand Parks, which is I think it's like a horror thriller, spookiness. Interesting to see how I get on with that. We also have Court of the Grandchildren, which is a dystopian book, which again I'm very excited for that, and I hope it's good because some of the dystopian books I read for last month were a bit of a flop. We have Blood Indigo, which is queer representation, and also The Darkness Awaits, which again is queer representation. It's with Pride Book Tours. I then have Guild, which I have already read, and I have actually put my review up of this book because it was the beginning of May. It's a Greek retelling, but it's also got a bit of fae involved. There is fantasy elements in it, but literally the fae and the fantasy elements was literally like the last 10% of the book. I thought, why put it in the description and the synopsis when it was mainly focusing on trafficking and sexual assault and rape. Yeah, when I do my wrap up, I will be talking a lot about this book because there was some problematic things I found. We then have Darcy Lane, which is a YA book. I think it's murder mystery. I can't 100% remember now. I can't remember. I remember seeing it and thinking, oh, this sounds really good. It might have not been a murder mystery. I'm sure it was something else. I can't remember, but I'm excited for this. And last we have While Sleeping, which is a thriller. I am getting the paperback on its way. I, by accident, obviously didn't reply back to the email to say that I could do my tour spot. And so they emailed me and I was like, oh, sorry, yes, still interested. So a paperback's on its way. But yeah, they are the books that I am reading. If I can squeeze in my library books, that would be brilliant, because I have 4 library books that need to go back in May, and I've got one that needs to go back in June. So that June one I can probably read at the beginning of June. But yeah, I really want to get to them because they're books that I'm really excited for. But obviously my tour books do take the they're more important. So we'll see if I can get to them. That would be fantastic. I might do a 24-hour readathon where I can just focus on them. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, that is what I'm reading for May. As you can see, it is crazy. Am I going to do it? I hope so, because I really want to read all the book club books. I really do want to enjoy myself. And I'm hoping I won't get put into a book slump. I'm hoping that it's going to be a better month in reading and that I am going to enjoy them, because I don't like it when I don't enjoy myself when I'm reading, because that's not the fun of it, is it? You're meant to have fun while you're reading. But anyway, if you've read any of these books, let me know your thoughts. Put a put a sunshine emoji down in my comment box. Yeah, if you haven't done already, please like this video, it really helps. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and press the bell, because then every time I post you'll know when I've got new videos coming up. And yeah, thank you for watching, take care, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.